This is the JBL Flip 6 and this is the Flip 7. And if you're by any chance in the market for buying any of these or you want to upgrade from the 6 to 7, hopefully this video will help you understand which one is the one to go for. So it does leave us with just one question, 6 or 7. So sorry about that. My nephew kind of rubbed the joke in. But anyway, these two are very interesting little speakers. There are significant differences between them. There is a considerable evolution between 7 and 6 for sure. But yeah, I hope that I can break this down well enough for you to understand. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the build quality of both these speakers. Now, one thing that's cool with the JBL Flip 6 is you do get a charging cable in the box. The Flip 7 does not have a charging cable. Now, I guess they've got a point when they sort of assume that you've got enough USB-C charging cables at home. I suppose it is a good way to sort of reduce e-waste, but I would have preferred a cable nonetheless. And then moving on to the overall fit and finish of both of these, they do have this look of this wraparound fabric. It does certainly look quite nice. I like the way it looks. It's more rugged, it's more durable. Fabric does have some flex if you drop it or if you knock it somewhere. It's not glossy, it's not a matte finish, so it's definitely great for longevity. And you will see a few traits that are very similar, but a few things that are different at the same time. So for one, the logos are much the same. When you move on to the feet on the sides, you can see the Flip 7 is a bit different. It does look certainly more premium than the Flip 6. I didn't think that would have been possible, but they have done a really good job with the feet on the sides. It is a little more see-through. It does look a little more upmarket. And then of course you will see the JBL logo on the side where the passive radiators are. And to me, I do like the way the Flip 6 is done, but the Flip 7 just seems a little more bling. It seems a little more flashy. I suppose it is a nice design, and it depends on what your taste really is. And then when you move on to the top of both of these, well, the Flip 6 has the party boost button, the volume up and down, and the play button. And this just has the volume up and down and play and pause. And then moving on to the back of the Flip 6, you will see the Flip 6 logo, the power on and off button, the Bluetooth button, the meter where it will show you, or should I say the LED light where it will show you the percentage of the battery, and the USB-C charging port. And the Flip 7 has the power on and off button, the Bluetooth button, and the Auracast button. So you can connect other Flip 7s via Auracast as a receiver. And then of course further down you will see the Flip 7 logo and the USB-C charging port and that same LED sort of light which will let you know how much percentage you have. And a great addition to this is it does have this little button release. So you can put in this carabiner, or you do also get a little lanyard you can attach to it. And these click into the main chassis of the speaker. So it's on really well. And of course, both of these have similar feet at the back, which will ensure that it maintains a certain angle while you're sitting near it so that it fires its speakers at ear level. Now, both of them do have a racetrack designed woofer and a separate tweeter, but they do have a slightly different sound, which I'll get into really soon. But all in all, on a build front, it's nice to see that the 7 is definitely an up on the 6. And then moving on to the features, well, I have reviewed both of these speakers independently. You can watch those reviews if you'd like to, but I'm just pointing out the main differences between these two. Now, both of these will connect to the JBL Portable app. You will see their battery percentages. You can go in and play with a whole bunch of different things. But I think where the main difference is that the Flip 7 has Auracast, and Auracast is something that JBL has been working on maybe for almost a year now, and I have tried it out with some other JBL products. It works pretty well. Now, the one bummer that I really have not liked is that when I try to set these two up as working as a stereo pair, it doesn't happen, because if you go into the portable app for the Flip 6 and say add stereo speaker, the 7 doesn't show up. And likewise, when you go into the 7, as in the portable app, when the 7 is connected to your device, the 6 doesn't show up. So I think the 6 is only compatible with other Flip 6s, and likewise the 7 with other Flip 7s. It would have been cool if they would have let you, merge the two. But at the same time, I understand why they won't do it. There will be latency issues, and just the overall tonal quality of both speakers will not match. It's like almost like connecting two different generations of speakers. If you listen to a stereo setup, it doesn't make sense. Everything will seem off. So I can understand why they've done that. But anyway, I have played around with this because my Samsung phone does have a way to broadcast to two devices at the same time. And again, there is a latency issue. I think it would make sense in that kind of situation if you had one speaker in one room and the other in a room that's close enough. But I wouldn't say put them up for stereo listening because of that latency issue. Moving on to the sound of these speakers. Well, the Flip 7 does claim a 25 watt RMS output with the woofer and a 10 watt with the tweeter. I don't see the specs on the Flip 6, but it's certainly not as powerful as the Flip 7. In fact, in my review with the Flip 7, I did mention that it's crazy powerful. And it certainly is compared to the Flip 6, but the Flip 6 is no slouch at the same time. It's definitely a very good performer in terms of overall power output, overall volume for sure. But the Flip 7 is it does have an up over the Flip 6 for sure. Now, just before this review, I said, let me just check their dB levels. So I sat, or should I say my device, the sound meter was about maybe 3.5 feet away from each speaker when they were firing at 50% volume. And the Flip 7 definitely holds a few dB above the Flip 6 with the same track playing, at certain peaks of a certain track. So if you're looking for volume, I think the Flip 7 is the one to go for. But moving on to the other elements, well, if you're looking for detail, I always did find the Flip 6 to be really well detailed. It did seem terrific for the size. And this is why I don't like doing comparisons sometimes, because comparison is the thief of joy. And when you start doing your A/B testing with these, you start to tell the main differences between the newer and the older. And the Flip 6 is good for detail, but when you go back to it after listening to the Flip 7, it just seems a little more mellow. I wouldn't say muffled in its detail, I'd say mellow. It's certainly not as precise, it's certainly not as tight with its delivery. It seems like it's not as quick to respond. It's not as fast to want to attack a certain note in a song, or somebody hitting the snare. It's not as enthusiastic or as quick as the Flip 7. So only after doing the A/B testing have I found myself preferring the 7 over the 6. And then when you move on over to other elements like the highs, mids and lows, well, I did listen to these on their original tuning, whatever comes straight out of the box, whatever it is on the app as well. And they are similar in certain senses, but it's the Flip 7 that outshines it by just a bit. The Flip 6 is certainly a little more vocal forward. Its mid-range is a little more in your face. It is a little more nasal. There is more of an elevation in the upper mid-range. The Flip 7 handles vocals in a much more natural way. Higher frequencies as well on the Flip 7 it just seems significantly finer. It seems almost like we're throwing better produced music at it. It's able to sort of give you a silkier, smoother delivery in the highs than the Flip 6. Again, not that the Flip 6 is a slouch. This is marginally nicer with its delivery. And then when you move on to the lower frequencies, well, if you look at the spec sheet on the JBL website, the Flip 6 is supposed to have more 3 Hertz more extension than the Flip 7. But the way the Flip 7 handles its lower frequencies, I think, is in a much larger manner. It's able to fill up a room better than the Flip 6. It's able to give a slightly tighter delivery as well. So it has better structure with its lower frequency delivery. Now, I have tried these speakers out, a few feet away from me. I've tried it out in corners of the room, in the middle of the room, and so on. And I have to say that the Flip 7 manages to maintain a sense of largeness. I'm not just talking about volume, but I'm saying giving you a sense of being enveloped if you're listening to music actively, better than that of the Flip 6. So the minute you put either of these in the corner, I'm going for the Flip 7 for sure. I mean, if I had the money, I'd go for the Flip 7. But of course, when you're closer to either of these speakers, one thing you need to remember is any speaker you listen to is playing the room. If you leave it in a completely open space in the middle of a park, a lot of sound is just, that energy is going everywhere, it's being wasted. Whereas if you stick these in the corner of a room with these passive radiators firing against the corners of a wall and that sound is coming to you, it sounds like a way larger speaker than it really is. So I'd say in that kind of setting, the Flip 7 is definitely the one that's a lot more fun. But again, it tries to stay true to that same sound when you start pulling it away more from a wall, or should I say a corner. The Flip 6 is a complete characteristic change. It just, you know, it's good fun in the corner, and then it loses that sense of excitement like the Flip 7 has in the middle of the room. So this is actually the definition of diminishing returns, purely because of the difference in cost between these two. But real quick about how these two sound, I'd say that it is the definition of diminishing returns because of the cost. If you are an individual who's been saving up for a long time and you definitely want a cleaner, crisper sound, tighter delivery, better defined bass, and portability at the same time, and if you have the money to spend, the Flip 7 is definitely the one to go for. If you don't think it makes sense spending X amount of money on, all these elements, the Flip 6 is an absolutely terrific little speaker to go for. However, if you happen to listen to both of them back to back, the Flip 6 will definitely not sound as good as it is. Again, comparison is the thief of joy. So anyway, real quick to sum up, I do find them to be both very interesting little speakers. They're both very portable, easy to carry around, easy to throw into your bag and run around. In fact, something I did forget to mention. In case you want high-res support, you can plug the JBL Flip 7 into a laptop or into a phone and play up to 48 kilohertz by 24 bits. I don't see anybody doing that, or should I say any audiophile doing that, because it's going to be mono in the first place, and I don't know. This is not really at that level where you'd want to enjoy audiophile levels of music. It certainly is trying to get there, but it's not quite there. And then, yeah, just generally, all in all, on a sound front, I think both of these are actually good fun to listen to. If I had no sort of budget where I didn't have to worry about how much I spent, I'd go for the Flip 7. But if budget is a constraint, I think the Flip 6 would make a lot more sense. And I'd say these are good long-term products at the same time, because I know people who've got the JBL Go, the first gen, and it's still going strong. There might be some battery degradation, but I mean, the fact that they still work is testament to how well these products are made. So anyway, moving on to the price. If you do want to make any of these yours, I think the prices keep fluctuating. So I will read off the JBL websites right now, the JBL India websites. The JBL Flip 6 is right now, at the time of recording this video, going for about 7,699 rupees. And the JBL Flip 7, again, at the time of recording this, is going for 12,999 rupees. So now that is a significant price difference, which again leans more towards what are you looking at. If you don't mind spending the extra and you are a JBL loyalist and you definitely want something that's portable and so on, I would recommend the 7. It is, yes, diminishing returns, but the minute you hear both of them back to back, you'll know for sure that you want the 7 over the 6. If, however, you don't want to spend that much and that is your budget for the JBL Flip 6, buy it. It's a nice little speaker, but just avoid going and listening to the 7 because it will spoil you for sure. So anyway, that's my comparison on the 6 and 7 and I do hope that this review has given you a better understanding for these speakers, and I do hope that I've helped you make some sort of purchase decision. If you would like to help support the channel, I'm sure you know exactly how to, but of course, thank you for tuning in for some sound advice.